All right, another day, another breakfast. This morning we are having, we are gonna have burritos, and we pretty much always have bacon at the ready, bacon or sausage. And last night I made bacon, so we're reheating that in the pan. And then these tortillas, our friends brought this back for us from Texas because the last time they gave us a pack, we loved it so much. So we're making breakfast burritos, which just takes a couple minutes, really. He just mixed together the eggs, and you put cottage cheese in, right? Mm-hmm. Eggs and cottage cheese, tortillas, and the bacon. All right, one thing about these tortillas is they're like partial baked, so they're not all the way done. So if you throw them in a pan for like 30 seconds on either side, they are perfect. They taste so good. All right, friends, this is a lunch we have every once in a while that is pretty easy to throw together. These are Wasa Crackers. This is the multigrain one. Normally I get the sourdough version, but they were out of it, so I just picked this one up. I do like the sourdough version, but we're gonna give this one a go today. One thing, the only thing I can tell you that I don't love about these is that there's no good way to repackage them, so you kind of have to have your own bag to put them in. All right, so by themselves, these pretty much have no flavor, but I'll show you what we do. All right, take some cream cheese. We like to add a little bit of heat to ours, so I just use some sriracha. And then you can just kind of spread that around. It kind of like makes it a spicy cream cheese in a way. Okay, then we take some of our turkey, and I went ahead and sliced the whole thing and froze part of it so that way it won't go bad. That we'll, whenever we finish a bag, we'll just pull another bag out of the freezer. I think one of you asked me that in the comments, and I don't know if I've responded to it yet, but that's the plan. We'll see how it works, how it comes out frozen, if it's still good. All right, now I personally like to add some thin slices of cucumber to the top of each one. I just think it adds this like crispiness and coolness, I guess. I don't know, there's something about the cucumber on top that just makes it perfect. Depending on how hungry we are or how recent our latest snack was, which I know I'm not including snacks in this video, but we do eat snacks throughout the day. We usually try and keep them high protein, good snack, healthy snacks. One thing that we eat almost every day, which we're out of right now, I need to make more today, is the raw carrot salad, which I've made here before and shared with you guys. So that's something. We might only eat these for lunch just if we just recently had a snack or we know we're gonna have one in an hour or something like that. Sometimes I'll pair this with a little salad. I might pair it with another protein like a cottage cheese and some fruit or something. But today I think I'm just gonna cut up a little bit of fruit and we'll have that on the side because that's a really easy side option that we always have available. Tonight for dinner, we've got a 3-ingredient meal, super easy. Now, when I say 3 ingredients, I'm really focusing on the main part of the meal. I'm probably gonna serve mine with pasta because I can throw that together really quickly. 3 ingredients, but I'm gonna throw a little 4th ingredient in there, just make some pasta on the side. We actually already have rice made, so I thought about using that because then I wouldn't have to do anything else additionally, but I'm thinking that I want the rice for lunch tomorrow. All right, so I'm gonna take 2 large chicken breasts and cut off the pieces that we don't like. And then I'm also gonna cut them in half this way to thin it out. So we will end up with 4 pieces. Oh, I made that one super small. Ugh, that's all right. So we're just gonna thin it out a little bit more. Okay, in this case, I am gonna pat it dry a bit. We're keeping this really simple, but I'm gonna spray my pan here. I'm using a 9x13. Honestly, I probably could use a 9x9 or an 8x8, but I just went ahead and got this one out so we don't have to change it or anything. Let's salt the chicken. And you can add salt, pepper, whatever seasonings you want, onion powder, garlic powder, you know, all the things that you like on your chicken. I'm keeping it really simple. I know almost everybody probably has salt in their house, I would assume, unless of course you're not allowed to eat salt. So one side, I will salt the other side as well. This is pesto. Now I made my own pesto. Obviously you don't have to make your own pesto. You can just buy pesto, but I had enough basil on my basil plant to make pesto for me, you, and everybody else. So I made enough pesto for probably a year and froze it. I now also have enough pesto on our plant back there that I could make it for a few more years. Or I have enough basil on my plant back there to make pesto for 2 to 3 more years. But I think a year will be enough. A year supply is probably good. So I'm just taking a little bit here and putting it at the bottom of the dish. And then I'm gonna take the chicken and lay it salt side down. And salt the other side of the chicken, just making sure everything has good flavor. Okay, so at this point, we've got pesto and we've got chicken. I'm not counting salt because mostly I assume everybody has salt. Now take pesto and we're gonna start to just put that all over the chicken. So I froze this in, I wanna say it was 1/2 cup portions, thinking that's probably about what we would use in a recipe. It's so easy to make, y'all, so easy. And if you have a ton of basil like I do, that's definitely a great use. Also, my daughter loves pesto. She's gonna be very excited about tonight's dinner. All right, now you could use shredded mozzarella if you want. I went ahead and just bought a ball of mozzarella, the fresh kind, just because that's what I felt like I wanted. But if you are more comfortable with the shredded kind and you just want to sprinkle over the top, that's totally fine too. All right, the oven is ready. It's preheated to 350 degrees. And I'm just gonna cut this into slices. They don't have to be perfect. They're gonna melt. And then you can just take them and place them on your chicken. Also, this is not the sharpest knife. Highly suggest a sharper knife and it will look a lot better. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's put this one away. We like cheese, but I don't want to overpower it with cheese either. All right, I don't have a cover for this dish, so I'm just gonna use foil. Cover this loosely-ish. And we are just about preheated. Did I say 350 or 375? It needs to be 375. 375. All right, 375. It's gonna bake for about 20 minutes or so. Because I thinned these out, I wanna be careful not to overdo them. 20 minutes or so, but depends on how thick your chicken slices are, so be real careful. All right, after these were done cooking, I let them sit under the broiler for just a couple minutes. I wanted to get some of that color on the top so it wouldn't be so white, and also it just adds a nice little char. And we also had some green beans left over from dinner, I think it was 2 nights ago, so I went ahead and just added those to the plates. Love that brown color that you get. Make sure that you turn on the broiler because it really makes a difference, especially in the way it looks, which you guys know we eat with our eyes first. And then you can also warm up some pesto to kind of drizzle over the pasta. There should be a good amount on the chicken though, so it should work well with that. But the chicken portion, so the main portion of this meal, only 3 ingredients. All right, I cut us a little piece here so we could taste it. We're using that Burritos protein pasta. Well, I was gonna eat it. Yeah, good flavor.
Pesto hits you right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and actually I'm not sure you need more of the pesto for the pasta, because there's enough of it on the chicken. When I just said a second ago when I was filming it that you might want to heat up some pesto on the side. I don't think you need it.
That'd be overkill, I think.
Yeah, because pesto is one of those really potent flavors.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is super easy, like pretty inexpensive overall, especially considering which ingredients you use. Like I bought a higher end mozzarella, but you know, a bag of mozzarella shredded cheese is like $2.99 or something at our store. So pretty inexpensive as far as that goes too.
And delicious.
Yeah, definitely good. And then the pesto, I made that myself, so for us, and I actually didn't have to buy anything, so pretty inexpensive as far as that goes too. But yeah, really good quality meal that took, again, like another 18, 20 minutes,
20 minutes,
honestly.
Can't beat that.
Yeah. Our verse today comes from Daniel 12:3. And those who are wise shall shine like the brightness of the sky above, and those who turn many to righteousness like the stars forever and ever. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We've got one more to finish out this week, so don't forget to come back tomorrow and see the last one in this little mini series. But if you haven't seen all of them, you can go back. I've posted every single day this week what we ate for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Super easy recipes that you can see. Check out the video I have listed above, and I hope you're having a great week.